For the best experience, please use headphones or listen in a quiet environment. Unlock your hidden potential, the master key to success, wealth, and fulfillment. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with a bold statement. You have the power to transform your life in ways you can't even begin to imagine right now. The tools, the answers, and the solutions to every challenge you face, they already exist within you. You just need the key to unlock them. And today, we're going to talk about that key. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve success effortlessly, while others struggle just to keep their heads above water? Is it luck? Talent? Connections? Maybe. But what if I told you it's something far more powerful than any of that? What if I told you it's a principle so profound, yet so simple, that once you grasp it, it will change the way you see the world and your place in it forever? This principle is at the heart of the Master Key System by Charles F. Haanel, a book that has inspired millions and served as a foundation for countless success stories. And if you stick with me until the end of this conversation, you'll not only understand what the system is, but also how to use it to unlock the potential that's been lying dormant within you. Let's begin with a question. What does it mean to truly live? Not just to survive or to go through the motions, but to live with purpose, passion, and fulfillment. Think about it. Most people live their lives reacting to circumstances, feeling like a boat tossed around by waves, powerless against the tide. But then, and here's the game changer, you discover that you're not the boat. You're the captain. You're not at the mercy of the tide. You control the rudder. Haanel writes, "The world without is a reflection of the world within." Let's break that down. What he's saying is that your outer reality, your career, relationships, health, finances, is a direct result of your inner world, your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. If you want to change your life, you must first change your mind. But how do we do that? Let's talk about the first big idea from the Master Key System, the power of thought. Haanel says, thought is energy. Stop for a moment and let that sink in. Your thoughts aren't just fleeting whispers in your head. They're real, measurable forces that shape your reality. Think of your mind as a garden. If you plant seeds of positivity, gratitude, and abundance, you'll harvest a life filled with joy and success. But if you let weeds of doubt, fear, and negativity grow, they'll choke out everything good in your life. Science backs this up. A study conducted by Dr. Barbara Fredrickson at the University of North Carolina found that positive emotions broaden our thought-action repertoire, helping us build lasting resources like resilience, creativity, and stronger relationships. This phenomenon, called the broaden and build theory, shows how cultivating positive thoughts can reshape your life over time. Negative emotions, on the other hand, narrow your perspective, trapping you in a cycle of fear and limitation. Consider Oprah Winfrey's story. Born into poverty, facing abuse and hardship, she could have easily succumbed to a life of struggle. But Oprah harnessed the power of positive thought and visualization to transform her life. She often speaks about creating vision boards and focusing her mind on what she wanted to achieve. Today, she's not just a billionaire. She's a beacon of hope for millions. As Ralph Waldo Emerson famously said, the ancestor of every action is a thought. Every achievement in your life begins in your mind. When you focus your thoughts on what you want rather than what you fear, you begin to align your actions to match your desires. This is not just philosophy, it's a roadmap for transformation. Here's an action item for you. Spend 5 minutes each morning consciously choosing your thoughts. Write down 3 things you're grateful for and 3 things you want to achieve that day. By doing this, you're training your mind to focus on what you want rather than what you fear. And remember, where focus goes, energy flows. Now let's take it a step further. Have you ever heard the phrase, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he"? That's not just poetic wisdom, it's a universal law. Your dominant thoughts and beliefs become your reality. But here's the catch. Most of us are unaware of what we're thinking. We're on autopilot, letting old patterns and limiting beliefs dictate our lives. Take a moment to reflect. What's a belief you've been holding on to that might be holding you back? Maybe it's, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never be financially free." Challenge that belief. Ask yourself, is this true? More often than not, you'll find that it's just a story you've been telling yourself. Rewrite that story. Replace it with a belief that empowers you. Consider J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before her success, she was a single mother living on welfare, struggling to make ends meet. But she held on to the belief that her story had the power to change lives. She faced rejection after rejection, but refused to give up. Today, her books have sold over 500 million copies, proving the power of unwavering belief. As Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." This quote encapsulates the essence of belief. When you believe in your potential, you set the stage for success. When you doubt yourself, you limit your possibilities. One of the most famous TED Talks, "Your Body Language Shapes Who You Are," by Amy Cuddy, underscores the idea that small shifts in your beliefs, even about yourself, can lead to massive changes in your reality. Her research shows that power posing for just 2 minutes can increase confidence and positively influence outcomes. Imagine what happens when you consistently align your beliefs and actions with your goals. The next principle from Haanel's system is visualization. He writes, "The subconscious mind cannot distinguish between reality and imagination." That's huge. It means that when you vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals, your subconscious mind starts working to make it happen. You begin to attract the people, opportunities, and resources you need to bring your vision to life. Scientific studies have demonstrated the power of visualization. In a famous study by Dr. Guang Yu at the Cleveland Clinic, participants who simply visualized themselves exercising experienced a 13.5% increase in muscle strength. This shows that the mind's influence over the body and external world is more profound than we often realize. Athletes use this principle all the time. Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time, famously visualized every stroke of his races in his mind before ever stepping into the pool. He'd imagine not just the victory, but also how he'd handle challenges like water in his goggles. Visualization was his secret weapon, and it can be yours too. Another inspiring TED Talk, "The Power of Visualization," by Ashanti Johnson, highlights how visualizing success helped her overcome personal and academic challenges. Her story reminds us that when you see the life you want with clarity and conviction, you begin to align your actions and mindset to make it a reality. The legendary actor Jim Carrey also swears by the power of visualization. Before he became a household name, he wrote himself a $10 million check for acting services rendered and dated it 5 years into the future. He carried it in his wallet and visualized his success. Just before the date on the check, he landed the role in Dumb and Dumber and earned exactly $10 million. Here's another action item. Create a mental movie of your ideal life. Close your eyes and see it in vivid detail. What does your dream home look like? How does it feel to wake up each morning with a sense of purpose? Who are you surrounded by? Feel the emotions as if it's already happening. Do this every day for just 5 minutes and watch how your reality begins to shift. Let's address the elephant in the room. Some of you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but what about action? Visualization alone can't change my life. And you're absolutely right. Haanel emphasizes that thought without action is like a car without fuel. You need both. Once you've clarified your vision, break it down into actionable steps. Let's say your goal is to start your own business. What's one thing you can do today to move closer to that goal? Maybe it's researching your market, reaching out to a mentor, or drafting a business plan. Take that first step, and then the next. Momentum creates confidence. Consider Elon Musk. Whether you admire or critique him, one thing is undeniable. Musk takes massive action. From revolutionizing electric cars to advancing space exploration, he's a master of turning vision into reality through relentless execution. He doesn't just dream, he acts, and his actions inspire. Another insightful TED Talk, "The Power of Taking Action" by Richie Contartesi, drives this point home. Richie shares how taking consistent, courageous steps transformed his life and career. He reminds us that action, no matter how small, is the catalyst for growth. As Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Do what you can with what you have, where you are." This timeless wisdom reminds us that we don't need perfect conditions to start. Begin now and adjust along the way. Here's another powerful idea from Haanel, the law of cause and effect. He writes, "Every effect is the result of a cause." Nothing happens by chance. If you want different results, you need to change the causes. That means examining your habits, routines, and choices. Here's an exercise for you. Identify one habit that's holding you back and replace it with one that aligns with your goals. For example, if you've been spending hours scrolling on social media, replace that time with reading, learning a new skill, or exercising. Small changes, repeated consistently, lead to massive transformations. Another scientific insight comes from Dr. B.J. Fogg's research at Stanford University, which highlights that tiny habits can lead to big changes. By starting small and building on small successes, you'll create a snowball effect that propels you toward your goals. Misconceptions and common mistakes. Now let's address some common misconceptions people have about these principles and the mistakes they make along the way. One of the biggest misconceptions is that positive thinking alone is enough. People believe that if they just think good thoughts, success will magically appear. But as we've discussed, thought without action is powerless. It's like planting seeds but never watering them. Your thoughts need to be paired with consistent, intentional effort. Another mistake is overcomplicating the process. People often think they need to overhaul their entire life in one day to see results, but real change happens incrementally. Start with small, manageable steps. For example, instead of trying to completely eliminate a bad habit overnight, focus on replacing it with a better one gradually. Small wins build confidence and momentum. A third mistake is giving up too soon. Many people start with enthusiasm, but abandon their efforts when they don't see immediate results. Remember, growth takes time. Think of bamboo. It spends years growing roots underground before it shoots up rapidly. Your efforts are not wasted. They're laying the foundation for future success. How can you overcome these pitfalls? First, commit to taking action every single day, no matter how small. Second, track your progress to stay motivated. Write down your successes and reflect on them regularly. Third, surround yourself with people who support and inspire you. Community can be a powerful motivator. Let me share one more quote from Haanel. The possession of power is contingent upon a proper use of the power already in your possession. In other words, you're already equipped with everything you need to succeed. The challenge is learning how to use it. Start by mastering your focus. Eliminate distractions and train your mind to concentrate on what matters most. Practice mindfulness, meditate, or simply take 5 deep breaths to center yourself whenever you feel overwhelmed. This clarity and presence will amplify your ability to create the life you desire. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this. Knowledge without action is wasted potential. Today, you've learned about the power of thought, the importance of visualization, the law of cause and effect, and the necessity of action. Pick just one of these principles and apply it to your life today. Whether it's starting a gratitude journal, visualizing your goals, or taking that first step toward a dream you've been putting off, do something. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Now let me ask you this. Did you hear something today that resonated with you? Something that sparked a new perspective or ignited a fire within you? If so, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the subscribe button, click that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. It's a simple action, but it helps us reach more people and share these life-changing ideas with the world. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Is there a specific topic you'd like us to cover in the future? Something that you believe could make this world a better place? Let us know in the comments below. Remember, the key to unlocking your potential is already in your hands. All you have to do is use it. Let's make it happen, together.